that what they love is the sunflowers one. Then the next one they go for is in fall they're gonna go for the goldenrod. Then they're gonna go for what's the name of this one? The rudbeckia. They're gonna go for the they might go for the milkweed, I'm not sure. I think that just might bring insects. And once they go for the insects, that gives them protein. Let's share some ideas. What are some plants that we have seen that bring food to the birds? The knowledge is here. We are all like high-grade gardeners. We must have seen
Acorns.
The acorns. Yes, correct. Where else? Where else do we see the birds come?
We just saw the mayapple.
The mayapple, yes.
Berry trees. Bushes, trees.
Dogwood.
The dogwood, yes.
Dogwood cherries.
The elderberry, that's correct. What about shrubs?
The yew bush.
The yew bush, yeah, that one gives a little red, sort of sweet fruit.
Holly.
The American hollies, yes. I know there's one tree species they love. It's the golden. What's the name? It's a small apple in the Rosaceae family. What's the name?
Like a crab apple?
Thorns.
Crab apple?
The crab apple, yes.
Yeah.
The golden crab apple. If you're able to source out the golden variety of the crab apple, and you get that to grow, man, you're gonna get a lot of birds.
Can I make a little side Audubon comment? Okay, Audubon also has a resource called Plants for Birds, which is a website that you can go onto if you're struggling to come up with some ideas, and you're usually able to put in your zip code and it will tell you some native plants that are local to your area that are really good to plant for different bird species. So that's also another resource to have in your back pocket.
There's also on the back of your birding checklist, the QR code that takes you to that website.
Look at this.
It's all on one sheet of paper.
Yes.
Yes, it's not advisable because also you're gonna bring rats. You're gonna bring lots of rats. Because when you think about it, the food that is in there, if the bird goes there and they're kind of like messy, all that food is gonna go to the floor, and then the rats are gonna go like feed on that. And well, the main reason you don't want to have these feeders with food in them is because of the bird flu. Now the bird flu, if one bird goes in there and feeds from that infection is gonna be there, and all the birds that go feed from this feeder are gonna get infected. That's it. You're not gonna have birds. So yeah, you shouldn't do that.
You have to rely on the people that sit on the benches and go out if you see.
Yeah, well, that's
My recommendation when I was working at the Queen's Botanical Garden, what we did to provide natural seeds for the birds was planting sunflowers. And if you don't have a ton of space, just plant it on the borders and let them go to seed. And then even if it's like already kind of like falling because they get heavy, just cut the head and leave it there, and the birds will come and do their thing of getting all the seeds inside the sunflower. So that's like a natural bird feeder.
So plants is only one thing that we could focus on. Then the next one is insects. Now, when we think about the life cycle of the birds, they're gonna need to feed the baby birds more protein for them to grow. And when does that happen? It's usually in like spring, right? So we want to have plants that kind of just bring insects early spring, or you have like water sources, kind of like arranged in the mother that are going to bring the insects. Like caterpillars too. So if you look online as well and look for plants that bring caterpillars in your area, native, just get those. those are really gonna help out.
Even just a mulch area, right? For worms, they can dig around. Yeah.
That's true. The worms. I know the robin they love. I'm pretty sure if you've seen if you work in the ground, whatever, and you're moving around the soil, the robins are gonna come hang out, and they're gonna be looking at you, and they're gonna be looking for the worms. Yeah.
Everything
What
like
else? Yeah, Chris.
When we go like work out in the gym, we take like these protein bars, and what we call in gardening like the protein bars for baby birds are the caterpillars. And so, for example, a baby chickadee will eat like 600 caterpillars to be able to get all the source of protein. Yeah, so it's like they need them. And if you have, I'm thinking about sometimes as we want to grow like edible plants, we don't want shade because like vegetables. But if you have an old tree in your community garden, please don't cut it or don't do anything to it because it will host a lot of caterpillars, and it will feed the baby chickadees or tufted titmouse and other birds.
Very good.
Unless it's a hut. Great.
What about winter? A lot of people, the birds, they don't have food in the winter, so we gotta make sure that they have seeds. That we let the seeds stay there for the birds, specifically for that. Some winter species that I've seen that work. This is the goldenrod. The goldenrod stays in there for a while. They love it.
If you leave the joe-pye weed,
The joe-pye weed, of course. Yeah, get the joe-pye weed. That's a very good one. Also, there's another shrub called the bottle bush. That's a very good one too.
That's one of those evergreen things that you were saying earlier when we was by the rumble.
What?
Remember you said that
Sorry.
when it rains, when we were by the rumble, by that little cottage, you said that when it rains, that the birds like to migrate to like shrubby trees and bushes.
The yew.
Is
That's
that
a
one
pretty
of
shrub.
those?
Yeah. You can get the yew when you gotta like make sure you prune it correctly because it can get massive. All right, I think that's a good activity. Now, this is something very important. The knowledge is here. We all have it. We all have seen these, made these observations. We just gotta create the spaces for all of us to share it. And this is something really cool that we're all doing. All right. So next stop, as we go to the next stop, is gonna be for shelter. We need to look for food. Let's pay attention on our way there. Where are birds looking to eat? And let's try to replicate that in our community gardens. Okay, let's continue.